1 minute, sir. Sir, can I start, sir?
Please, and please.
So, good afternoon, every participant. Now we are in third session. So this session is taken by the Mary Sujatha madam, and she is going to deliver the session on transition from ML to GAIM. And madam work as a assistant professor in the Department of Computer Science, National Sanskrit University, Tirupati. And she completed her PhD in Computer Science and Engineering from Krishna University, Machilipatnam. And she received the Mahamata Savitribai Phule Best Teacher Award 2023 from B.R. Ambedkar Study Center, SV University, Tirupati. And she received Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Best Teacher Award 2022 from SRKE Society. And International Women's Day 2029 was presented National Shakti Award as a woman icon. And she received the National Merit Scholar 99 selected by the government of Andhra Pradesh. And her research interests are artificial intelligence, machine learning, natural language processing, OCA, software engineering, and SCJP. So we are very happy, madam. Now the dais is yours. Please start our session, madam. Please share your screen and start our presentation, madam.
Hello. Thank you, sir. Thanks for your introduction.
Madam.
Yes, sir.
Madam, you can share your screen, please.
Yes, sir. I will, sir. I will, sir. Sir, can I proceed?
Yes, madam. Yes.
Yes, madam. Please.
Yes. Yeah. It's a wonderful good afternoon to everyone. Hope everyone is doing good and you are enjoying your sessions. Maybe you might be packed with continuous sessions. Is it so? Everyone is there?
Madam, black screen is coming, madam.
Yes.
Yeah, yes, madam. Everyone is here.
Okay.
Your screen is not shared, madam. It's in black color.
I just opened my camera. Can't you able to see even me?
You are not visible, actually.
Oh, I don't know. I just opened my camera, turned it on, but still. I didn't. Okay. Let me.
Madam, reshare. Please do the reshare, madam. Stop the sharing and again start the sharing.
Yeah, that's okay. No, like that's I just opened my camera such that everyone can see at least me before starting with the session.
No problem. No.
Likewise, I thought but still the things are not opening. I don't know, but okay, anyhow, I'm just sharing my screen directly. Okay. Is it visible? Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am. The slides are visible actually, but you can go to the presentation mode.
So I thought while going with the session, if the person who is telling the session is visible, then maybe I can attract some of you. But still, anyhow, as the things are not possible from my end, I'm just going with the session. Before going with the session, I would like to thank the management of the Sri Vishnu Engineering College for Women for giving me an opportunity to share my views on generative AI models and applications of machine learning. And my special thanks to Dr. P. Kirnasri Garu for giving me this session. And regarding today's session, as a part of this generative AI models and applications, as Sir introduced myself, Mary Sujatha, working as assistant professor in National Sanskrit University, Krishna, as a part of Department of Computer Science. And reminding all things as Sir already shared with you, I'm just going with my presentation. And these are the things which we are going to see as a part of today's session. And as a part of today's session, I would like to cover a few models. I would like to cover few models. And in that, mostly I would like to cover about large language models. And as a part of the large language models, the other models which are connected to this, which are like a transformer model, diffusion model, these are the connected models to this model. I would like to cover these models as a part of the large language models. And the remaining things, just I would like to brush up such that, of course, you already know about the fundamentals. And yes,
ma'am.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, ma'am. Can you go on full screen mode, ma'am? Slides. The slides are.
Yes, of course, I am in full screen mode only. In my screen, the things are in full screen only. Okay.
The layout, not layout, actually. We can see at least 6 slides to now, yeah. Now,
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah, now okay, madam. Now okay.
Even earlier also it is in this mode only, but still I don't know why the things are not updated at your end. Is it fine?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. You can go on full screen mode now.
Yeah, fine. So these are the plan of action. This is the plan of action which I thought to share with you regarding, as a part of today's session. So basically, I would like to cover with these large language models. The reason behind it is large language models mainly supports NLP applications. As my university belongs to Sanskrit and it is covering mostly about this language structure, I would like to concentrate much on these language models only, such that with the help of these language models, I would like to cover even the other connected models like transformer model and a diffusion model. Of course, as a part of generative adversarial networks only, the things came into the picture. So as a in a brief overview about the first. Yes.
We could see only the first slide actually.
Why I am just sharing and
What is that you do? You share the entire screen, madam. Just reshare it again. That will be better.
I will. I am just passing my screens. Okay. I'll just stop it.
Slides too, madam.
Yes. Please stop it and reshare it again. That's what better.
Fine. Again and again, I think so.
ఎంతమంది వచ్చినాయి చూడు, 48 రెస్పాన్స్.
Okay, while I'm selecting this entire screen, that share option is in disable mode. If I'm selecting window only, then only I'm getting that share option in active mode. Otherwise, shall I share my PPT to you, sir?
Yes, madam. Please share it to me. I will share it.
The time I'm clicking that window only, and then only that share option is available to me. Otherwise, it is in deactive mode. Anyhow, I'm just sharing that things to you immediately. Participants, please bear with me. Within few seconds, I'm going to start the session. Yes, sir. I just shared you as a part of WhatsApp. Please see the things.
Ramesh garu, please share your screen, sir.
Okay, sir. We are sharing, sir. Screen share off share.
I just made it off, sir.
Madam, please. Madam,
Off
your
చేసి-
screen share should be off.
ఆఫ్ చేశాను సార్, ఆఫ్ చేశాను, ఇందాకనే చేశాను సార్.
లేదు మేడం, ఇంకా షేరింగ్ లో చూపిస్తుంది.
అవునా? జస్ట్ ఐ ప్రెస్ టు క్యాన్సిల్ సార్. Is it okay, sir?
1 minute, madam. I will tell madam.
Fine.
Yes, madam. You can
Yes,
tell me,
ma'am,
madam.
it's
I will
visible
change
now.
the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sir, Prasad garu, go to the full screen mode, sir, please. Yes, please.
Okay. Fine.
Which slide you want to say?
I think it would be a bit difficult.
No, madam, already.
If the control is at my end, then I can operate here and there. But as it
Yes.
is,
Yes,
yeah.
madam, that's good.
Madam, you can instruct me. I will change. No problem, madam.
Yeah, no issue. Okay, let us try in this way also. No issue. Yeah, let us go with index.
Okay, madam.
Just move forward. Next index slide. Yes. So these are the topics which I planned for you. Please. Okay.
Madam, is it okay, madam?
Yeah, it's okay. Where you went up to architecture level. See, they are saying emojis like anything.
Yeah, ma'am. Actually, you said next, he went on to next.
Okay. What shall we do? It would be difficult.
Go to the content slide and
Yes, please hold on here. Yes, at least hold on here. At least hold on here. Okay.
Okay, madam. Okay.
Yes. So as again recap. So as a part of today's session, the fundamentals we are going to cover. Later onwards, I'm going to introduce you about the language models and the associated models with the language models, such as transformer model, diffusion model. These are the two different set of models which you would like to cover. And then we'll make a play with certain applications which are currently working on these language models. This is the plan of action for the next 40 minutes. Hope you are ready with me and you can move on, sir. Next slide. Sir, next slide. Sir, next slide.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
slide. Okay.
Yes. So you already know like what is an artificial intelligence. Just for myself, I'm just telling you artificial intelligence is nothing but giving knowledge to the system. So whatever the system that it can think, it cannot be made on its own. That we need to embed something through certain instructions, which we named it as artificial intelligence. So in simple words, we can say like, if anyone asks you what is an artificial intelligence, we simply say it as a mimic of human intelligence. It's nothing but the mirror image. Whatever the think or whatever the thoughts that we have, we are trying to embed into the system. Such we call it as artificial intelligence. How we can do this particular task? This artificial intelligence we can embed into the systems with the help of machine learning techniques and deep learning techniques. These machine learning techniques, what actually they can do, what deep learning techniques, what actually we can do. If you see this particular figure, there a big shell is covering with artificial intelligence. Inside that machine learning is there, inside the deep learning is there, inside the generative AI is there. It's not like machine learning is the child of artificial intelligence, deep learning is the child of machine learning. or generative AI is the child of deep learning. But this is the way we need to see the technology in such a way, how this artificial intelligence got implemented. If you think of that, then two different set of things comes to our mind. They are traditional AI and generative AI. So this generative AI came to first place. Like traditional AI is covering with prediction, classification, clustering. Means like whatever the thing that it can do is basically on these three things, like prediction, that it is going to predict what is the next upcoming sales, who is the next chief minister, who is the next IPL winner. Like every prediction can be done with the help of traditional AI technology. How it can do that particular task? It can do that particular task based on its previous history, or based on the whatever the knowledge that it already embedded into the system, based on the history, based on the knowledge, or based on the data, what is there in its hand, it is doing that task. And whereas this classification and clustering is also kind of different set of models artificial intelligence is doing with the help of machine learning techniques in such a way, like they exist are based on the existing data only. These two things are happening. Like if at all on particular data, based on the data which we are doing, we may go with the classification, or we may go with this clustering task. What kind of data, all those things we'll see in the next class. I'm in the next slides. But classification and clustering, both are the two different set of tasks that that traditional AI is doing on existing data only. Here, that existing data is the thing that we need to remember very importantly. Means whatever the thing which we are doing on existing way. This is again and again I'm telling you, very important thing for our next coming slides. So whatever the prediction that we are doing, whatever the classification that we are making, whatever the clustering task that we are doing, everything is we are doing based on the history, or based on the thing what is there in our hands. Nothing is, we are not acquiring anything from the outside. That all comes under as a part of the traditional AI. Whereas generative AI, which is also taking the help of machine learning up to some extent, but not fully, and it is taking the help of deep learning techniques much more. The reason is here ensemble learning is available. What is meant by ensemble learning? Ensemble learning means, shall I hold on? Shall I hold on?
Just a minute.
1 minute.
1 minute.
Yeah.
My side net is disabled.
Okay. I think if I can share, then it would be good for me.
Madam, is the screen visible?
Yeah, it is visible, but it is in minimized mode that need to be expanded.
The screen mode.
Yeah. Yes. Next slide. Next slide. Yes. Hold on. Okay.
It's not visible, sir.
Again, it dropped, sir. Shall I try from my end again? I'll just
You
try.
can try, madam.
Yeah,
Time
please.
you can try.
Yeah, please. You just.
I'm stopping my sharing.
Yes. It would be good. Can you able to see? Can you able
Yes,
to
madam.
see? Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Yes, madam.
Yes, madam.
Yeah. It's good. Okay.
15
So,
slideshow, madam.
yeah. Is it
Madam,
okay?
your camera manual cap is there, na?
Yes, madam.
Yes, of
ఈ
course.
కెమెరాకి మాన్యువల్ క్యాప్ ఉందమ్మా చూడండి మేడం.
అవును, మాన్యువల్ క్యాప్ ఏం లేదు. This is the new system presented by my
ఎందుకంటే
university.
ఓకే మేడం, ఈవెన్ మీ కెమెరా ఇంకా బ్లాక్ గానే కనిపిస్తుంది.
అవును, అది ఎందుకనే నాకు తెలియట్లేదు. యాక్చువల్లీ నేను త్రూ బ్రౌజర్ విండోస్ జాయిన్ అయ్యా. ఐ మీన్ టీమ్స్ యాప్ అనేది నా దగ్గర ఉంది, బట్ స్టిల్ ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ అలవింగ్ త్రూ టీమ్స్ యాప్. అంటే అది రిజిస్టర్డ్ యాప్ ఉంది నా దగ్గర, ఐ మీన్ ఇన్ మై సిస్టమ్. అందులో నుంచి వచ్చుంటే మేబీ ఐ థింక్, అంటే నేను ఆల్రెడీ టెస్ట్ చేసుకున్నా, అది వర్కింగ్ లోనే ఉంది. ఈవెన్ నేను అదర్ మీటింగ్ కూడా అటెండ్ అయినప్పుడు కూడా అది వర్క్ చేస్తుంది. ఇప్పుడు త్రూ బ్రౌజర్, అంటే త్రూ లింక్ డైరెక్ట్ గా క్లిక్ చేసినప్పుడు త్రూ బ్రౌజర్ ఓపెన్ అయింది.
Okay, madam, you can
Maybe-
continue, madam.
Yeah,
It is
yeah.
visible, madam. You can continue, madam.
Yeah, fine. Participants, please don't mind. Don't lose your concentration. Just be attentive with my presentation. Fine. So hope you are clear with this traditional AI. And what about this generative AI means, as it is taking the help of machine learning applications and deep learning techniques, more of deep learning techniques, it is going with ensemble learning. What is meant by ensemble learning? Ensemble learning means that it is learning on its own, then you may get a doubt. Even as a part of unsupervised learning also, we are doing the same thing, no, as it is learning on its own. No, there, as a part of unsupervised machine learning, we are dealing with unlabeled data. Like I'm just going in a layman's perspective, though you have very good knowledge, just try to concentrate on such that you will get good understanding on the basics. So if you take a table like student table, if the table consisting of attribute names like student number, student name, all those things, then this supervised machine learning comes into the picture. As the attributes are available, the things are moving on. Whereas if the attributes are not available, the data is given as a raw data, as a lump of data which is given, then unsupervised machine learning comes into the picture. Both supervised and unsupervised machine learning deals with the existing data only, which is already available in our hands. The things are not taken from anywhere else. There is no magic behind. But that's what the difference between classification and clustering also comes into the picture. So as a part of classification, we will do based on labeled data, the data attributes which are already known, the attribute names which are already known, then only we'll go with the supervised machine learning. If the data is, the attribute names are not known, then we will go with unsupervised. Then only the clustering comes into the picture. In both the classification and the clustering, we will do the same task of separating the things from different fields, a different set of fields only we will do. But why we will go with supervised, why we will go with unsupervised, that completely depends on whatever the raw data or whatever the raw set that is there in our hands. That's what machine learning is dealing with. That's what the primary tasks of machine learning, which are dealing with like prediction, classification, and clustering. Whereas this deep learning, which is doing on its own, like for example, if you consider a water bottle, whatever the features which are there in that water bottle that we don't know, like the shape of the water bottle, the color of the water bottle, the size of the water bottle, or the content of the water bottle, these are the different features which are there related to this water bottle. All these things we cannot give, or we won't give to the mission. That mission itself should be in a position to understand what are the different set of features which are there, which are associated to this particular water bottle. That is possible only with the help of deep learning techniques, as we call it as ensemble learning, that it is learning on its own. Maybe it might be right or wrong. It will rectify itself. Maybe at first extent, it might be wrong. Later onwards, it will rectify itself. It will make its own learning and it will go with on. As a small child is used to do many wrong steps and he will learn on its own. In the same way, here also the ensemble learning is used to learn everything on its own. There is no history. Nothing is available. It is predicting, or it is generating the data. It is generating new things on its own. Again and again I'm stressing, on its own. Maybe it might be right or wrong. Again, this is also the thing that need to be considered, such that the things are available to the normal person for their uses. So finally, what I would like to conclude as a part of the fundamentals is, traditional AI is dealing with the existing data or available data. Example, traditional AI is giving answers based on the existing history. However, we are going to get the answers from the Google. If you type something, we are going to get answer based on the existing history. Nothing is taken out of the world. But whereas generative AI, which is creating the content, nothing is there as a part of the history, which is creating the content and it is giving us data. Example, auto completion of mail, like we are writing mail and such that it is completing the things. So here, the best thing that is there, best part of this generative AI is it is not discarding any kind of data. So what is meant by discarding? Discarding means removing or tailoring some of the data. Maybe up to that extent, we may feel that particular data is not important to us, but nothing is not important anywhere. Like everything need to be kept safe and everything should be in useful mode. But whereas as a part of this discarding, as a part of this traditional AI, we used to discard some of the data. Can anybody tell me how we are going to discard this data? Any participant? As a part of traditional AI, are we doing discarding things? Okay. Let me say by myself, with the help of this overfitting and underfitting techniques, we are discarding the data. Unknowingly, we may feel like that some part of the data which is not useful for our model, we used to discard it or we remove it and we won't utilize it into our extent. But as a part of this generative data, it won't discard anything. Everything, whatever the data which we are giving to the system would be there, and based on that, it is creating and it is generating its own new things. What are the new things? All those things we'll see. But it is creating new things where it is not touching anything or it is not disturbing anything, whatever the things which we are supplying as an input. That is the beauty of this generative AI. Hope you are understood about traditional AI and generative AI. Am I clear? Am I clear?
Yes, madam.
Yes, thank
Yes,
you.
madam, clear, madam.
Thank you. So as a part of generative models, what actually the things are going to do? These are the things that would be done as a part of the generative models. Now I'm leaving completely the traditional AI. What are the prediction, classification, clustering, all those things I'm leaving ahead and I'm moving forward. Now I am with generative AI. What this generative AI basically can do? This generative AI basically, it can do many things. As I said, like it is going to do many things, dash. That dashes can be filled with these things. Like it can create image, it can create text, it can create music, it can create 3D model. These are the basic operations that generative AI can do. With the help of existing data, with the help of given input, this generative AI can do these set of tasks which are broadly classified into these things. How it can do? Like second question, how it can do? It can do with the help of different set of models, what we listed here. Like we listed these models, like generative adversarial networks model, transformer model, diffusion model. These are the set of models, different set of models which are available. With the help of these models, those tasks can be done with the whatever the based on the input which we are providing. Again, I'm repeating, input is available and generative AI is doing wonderful tasks for us with the help of different set of models. Three things. So being a developer, what we can do is, now first thing is we should understand how this model is working on. And secondly, we should be in a position to develop our own model. And third, we have to deploy it for general purpose use. These are the three different tasks that we have to do. And these are the three different ways through which we have to see this generative AI. So as a part of first model, this is the main important model. Because of this particular model only, generative AI was, it's flash got emerged into the world. And like the people started attracting to it. What is that? They started seeing it because of this particular model only, such that what it is doing is, this is the primary or basic model. Based on that, the primary tasks of generation would be done. The name itself is telling, like generative adversarial network. A network is nothing but the implementation of different set of inputs and outputs in simple way. So here the neural networks come into the picture, and two different set of neural networks work together for generating and discriminating. generating and discriminating means like one thing will produce a different set of data and other thing will discriminate it, whether it is right or wrong, right or wrong. Likewise, it will discriminate. As I already said, it is going to do everything on its own. No one is giving any kind of assistance, whether it is right or wrong. As the child used to learn different set of things on her own, in the same way, our machine is also learning everything on its own. Here, two different set of networks. One network is generating different set of items, and the other network is always criticizing it, whether it is right or wrong, in such a way. This generator is making itself much more good, such that others can understand it much more better. This is the basic model. You should remember this particular model for just to understand how this generative work is taking place. Everywhere, it might be any kind of model. Here in today's class, our main task is not going with this generative adversarial networks, but everyone should understand this as a basic model, such that you can understand the basic thing about generative AI, such as we have a generator and we have a discriminator, like hero and villain. All the time the hero does different set of actions and the villain will try to defend it, like try to offend or stop the things whatever the hero is doing. So such that the hero is himself is making much more better with the help of this discrimination. This is what the basic idea about this generative networks. Hope you are clear with. And this is the structure which I already given. I don't know how far you can see this structure. Anyhow, all these things are available in the Google that you can see later also. But the thing what you have to remember is generator is there, discriminator is there, and then generator will produce the data and discriminator will condemn the data. Based on the condemnation, the generator will himself improve on its own, such that the better results can be generated. Is it clear? Please say
Yes,
yes.
madam. Yes.
Yeah, I'm directly moving to language, large language models. So as I said, this particular model is dealing with NLP applications. Before starting with this model, what actually NLP applications used to do? Natural language processing, whatever the language which we speak, like I'm speaking English, maybe some other person might speak Telugu or Hindi, whatever the language we speak, that need to be analyzed by the system. If you think of the basics of the fundamentals of a computer, what a computer can understand basically, usually computer can understand ones and zeros. That's the only language that it know. Yes or no? Like irrespective of the data, whatever we are giving, irrespective of the things, whatever we are supplying to the system, finally a system can understand ones and zeros only. That is the history. That is the 50 years backstory. But the things got evolved now. Now you are speaking with your computer. Now you are speaking with your mobile. Like hello Google. Likewise, you are saying different set of instructions to your system, or you are asking different set of things, what is there, how it is formed, like different set of things you are trying to interact with your system, how the things are possible, what the thing which we learned as a part of the fundamentals of computer. As a part of fundamentals, we learned like the system can understand ones and zeros only. Then how it is understanding our language? We are telling in English, we may tell in Telugu, we may tell in some other language, in different set of things we are doing, and the system is capable enough that it is adopted to the changes and it is recognizing, it is translating, it is making the prediction what we would like to thought or what we would like to say. Everything it is doing and it is working for us. That the system is developed in such a way with the help of NLP applications only. If you think of that NLP applications 10 years back, like in 2015 or so, are completely, they are like tokenization, stemming, lemmatization, different set of tasks that used to do on whatever the language which we are speaking. Then also the things are worked on whatever the input that we are giving through language only. It may be any kind of language. As my university is working on Sanskrit, some other universities might work on their own things. Usually, as these set of applications we are emerging from the foreign countries, they are dealing with English. That is the only point. We are getting different set of applications based on English only. But this is not the fact like English is the only media. You can apply everything in any kind of language. But the only point which is required is corpus is required. Corpus means The data is required. More data is required. Who can afford that much of data? Who can afford? It's a very costly affair. It's not a simple thing like in English, maybe as different set of people are working on and different set of applications in the documents or whatever the data till now which is available in the world is available in English only. That is the reason people are very much happy with this English. And whatever the applications which we are working on, they are happily working on that particular English only. But usually this can be done even for other languages also. That is the reason like this particular large language models came into the picture. Instead of tokenization, instead of stemming, instead of lemmatization, all these are the different set of tasks usually the NLP used to do in earlier extent based on whatever the corpus which is available to it. Corpus is nothing but data. We call it as data. Everything it has to do on its own. For tokenization, we need to write a program. For stemming, we need to write a program. I'm not talking about what a tokenization means, what a stemming means. If I say that, again, it becomes some other NLP class. But these are the different set of things that that system or the program used to do individually just to work with a simple whatever the corpus which is available with it. But whereas this trend got changed by the emergence of these large language models. Now, whatever the thing which we speak, whatever the input that we are giving through our words, the system is able to understand. How it is able to understand? Again, is it not through ones and zeros? Yes, it is again through ones and zeros only, such that the encoders and decoders came into the picture with the help of this transformer model. As I already said, large language models are accompanied with some other models, such as transformer model and diffusion model came into the picture. So this is the one of the model which is associated with this large language models, such that it is doing the task of encoding and decoding. Here, this is the architecture. Like, see, some input which I have given. Let us imagine the system won't know anything. So whatever the input that I am giving, it may be through voice, it may be through direct input text or anything. It may be in any way that input is being encoded into system understandable level, and again it being decoded such that the output is in some other way. Of course, the output that we can understand. I love reading articles. Maybe it might be in some other language also that we can't understand. Everything, the logic, I mean, the beauty of this particular thing lies in this transfer. Yes.
चलो पर्सन में तो ये पढ़ेगा मैं क्या करूं, मेरे हिम्मत नहीं। ये सारा पोर्शन दर्द कर रहा है, तो लग रहा पार्टी से निकल जाएगी बाहर। छुट्टी क्यों ना कर लेते हो, करवा रहा हूं। एक दिन से काम बनेगा नहीं ना इनका। ये इनको 10 दिन हम जो है।
Is it Telugu?
Start.
Dear participants, please mute yourself.
Yeah, it's okay. But still, see, now itself we are listening something that we don't understand that. Maybe that might be some other language, but our system is beautiful enough that it can understand. It won't understand, but it can make the things understand to us just by translating. That's what the transformer model is to do. It will encode whatever the thing that we are giving, and it will decode the text, and it will give in whatever the language that we want. This is the architecture behind the transformer model, and this transformer model is a part of the LLM. What this transformer model is used to do with the help of, it is used to translate the text and speech, with maybe text or speech, with the help of attenter and attenter mechanism, with the help of encoding and decoding, that it helps us to give the output. And another model is diffusion model. This is also again somewhat the things are helpful to our LLM. Here, this diffusion model is used mainly on graphical things or images, whereas this transformer model is mainly dealing with the text and speech level only. This diffusion model is dealing with the image level, or how the things are, images are useful, or where the images come into the picture. Like, for example, if you give your X-ray report, nowadays our generative AI models are beautiful enough that it can transform that X-rays into CT scan. Instead of taking that CT scan, it can generate the things like the 2D pictures can be automated to 3D pictures automatically without taking the exact CT scan reports. Do remember, while operating anything, it's not 100%. Definitely, it would be around 100% only, that we have to consider again. But this particular feature is available in our generative AI. Different set of applications are available, like they are transforming 2D pictures into 3D pictures, such that this X-ray reports, all these things can be turned into CT scan reports. In such a way, our input can be in form of 2D pictures also. If the text or whatever the input that we are speech is not in form of 2D or 3D, but the input can be in 2D also. So how we can deal with the 2D things? Those things can be offered with this diffusion model. So this is the thing which is used to transform the things into whatever the feature that we want. Of course, certain drawbacks are also there, like it is generating fake images, all those things. We will go with these applications later onwards once the explanation gets completed based on the time interval. And missions will rise up against humanity to destroy the world. These are the drawbacks or negative sides that we need to take care, that we need to remember while applying these, while working with these applications. So this is all about our large language models. So hope you got an understanding. Again, I'm repeating for you in a simple words, large language models are working with whatever the input language which is there in our hands. Like it works on the text, it works on the speech, it works on any kind of images, such that it used to transform the existing things to some other way. This is all about large language models. Again, the second point is covering with large language models are working with neural networks only. Of course, complete generative AI, mostly, at least not completely, mostly it works on neural network part only. And the best technique that it is using here is reinforcement learning. Reinforcement learning based on human feedback. As I said earlier, it will do whatever it wants to do, or whatever it can do, whether it may be right or wrong, it doesn't bother about it. That's what the chat GPT used to do. Like maybe you might realize this while using the chat GPT, some of the times it used to give some wrong messages also, some wrong instructions also. Why it is giving wrong instructions means that it is in a baby state. This is what the answer that we used to get. It is just born and it is in growing state, that it doesn't know anything. Then how it is giving the answers means whatever the knowledge, whatever the history that is there with it, based on that it is delivering the answers. That may be sometimes that may be wrong also. There is a possibility such that it is taking the human feedback. It is taking the human feedback and it is telling whether it is right or wrong, or it is making itself better. That's what, if you go to railway reservation, like a railway platform, where is my train? That app, it will even predict where a particular train will accompany its compartment. It may be second platform or third, fourth platform. Likewise, it will tell. In the ground, if you observe, it will ask us, are you in the train? Are you outside of the train? Like it will ask. If you say, if I am in the train, then immediately it will ask you, is it the right? Like what are the platform which it has been given, whether it is right or wrong, it will ask. Maybe sometimes it may predict a wrong platform also, or sometimes it may give a wrong result also. Based on whatever the input that you are giving, it will better itself, such that in the next time it may predict rightly. That is the reason we need to give all those answers. Okay, if possible. So these are the different set of neural network concepts that these large language models are being used as a part of it. Recurrent layers, feed forward layers, embedding layers, set and to layers. All these are the different layer architectures. All these are the different parts, recurrent layers. If you go with these technical things, they are not, they are simply buzzwords. Like feed forward, it will, whatever the output that comes out becomes again the input to the next level. It's a kind of rotation that it takes place, such that it will go to a state that the things are correct. Up to that extent, the things will move on, and the things will move. as I already discussed with this NLP history. And finally, these are the only things these large language models are being utilized as of now, like Google, Microsoft, such a big companies are only in a position to handle these things. The reasons which I already said, which is really a costly affair. Maintaining the corpus is a big thing. It's not a small thing. Even Google people entered into, they visited my university and they asked for Sanskrit specialist. In the sense, like they just want to build that corpus on Sanskrit. Many people are working on that. What they used to do is they simply won't do anything. They just used even they given some t-shirts, some kind of rewards to our students, like whomever can load more data. They just want to load different set of data, like what are the words that we use in regular interval, amma, avu, illu, iga, whatever you know. If it is in Telugu, anyone can do, but as it is a Sanskrit, they come to Sanskrit people. They just want to build that corpus. Based on that, they want to run this model. Till now, till the emergence of this generative AI, if you observe even the last 2 years back also, that Google won't have this particular facility. Generative AI is not available. At that moment also, they used to extract the data based on the history or based on the corpus only. So whatever the thing which is available with that like traditional AI is only the thing which is available even for Google also. From the past 3 to 4 years, maybe from Corona point of view, these things came into the picture. Like they built all these things. This is not the single day work. It's a long procedural things that are being taken place. That is the reason we are not in a position to work on with other languages. It might be Hindi or anything. It might be in Hindi or anything. That is the only reason. As the input data is not available, the model is not in a position to work on. And with this, I'm just moving to the architecture part. This is the overall architecture which you have to understand as a part of the LLM. And these are the only 4 steps, so 4 minimal steps which are there as a part of the LLM. And the first step is the sequence or the text data, whatever the data, text or input, whatever, like image or speech, whatever there, which need to be embedded into the mission or into the system. That is the first step that need to be given. And secondly, it has to be attender. As I said, the attender is there, no attender. With the help of encoder and decoder, the things would be converted. So as a part of the input, the encoder will comes to the picture and it will accept the data. We call it as self-attention mechanism. The human intervention or programmer intervention won't exist. The system itself, the algorithm itself run on its own. That's why it is called a self-attention mechanism come into the picture as a part of the second step. And thirdly, feed forward. Feed forward means, again, it's a kind of loop procedure. Whatever the input that we have given would be refined. And if it is okay to you, then the output would be released. If not, again, it would be refined. Otherwise, again, it would be refined. Likewise, it goes on to a loop till we reach to the required state. And in this procedure, in every point, the normalization text comes into the picture, like a layer norm is there, no, for every step, again and again, the normalization comes to the picture. There, if something is not up to the mark, the things would be cut into the things would be discarded. Again, the output becomes as an input to the algorithm. Again, it would be encoded till we reach to the last goal. Likewise, it's a loop forward, feed forward neural network approach, and it goes to the final text prediction or classification, whatever the thing that is required at the encoding state. All this is the encoding part only. Whereas the same thing, if you turn it down, like our OSI layer architecture, like a physical layer, data link layer. In the same way, the things are moving forward direction. Again, it will comes to the backward direction, such that decoding takes place, and again we will get the actual final output, however we desired. So this is the way the LLM works on. Hope you are clear with this LLM. At least some.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Thank
yes.
you. Thank you. So Shri, I already explained this one, and these are the different set of applications and areas where we work on this LLM, especially LLM I'm talking on. Of course, these are the applications which are general and common even for the other models also, like information retrieval, wherever we want, sentiment analysis, of course. Apart from the speech and text, even on sentiment analysis, like whatever the gestures that we are having, like in WhatsApp, we used to send different set of emotics, no? Those emotics also can be considered like an input. Sentiment analysis that it can work on. Text generation. Text generation means I have something on my mind, like I would like to see a cat with a cap. So this is the text which I am giving. Based on the text, that image has to come. That can be done. Or if I give some image, that description need to be need to be as an output. That also possible. And this is what very interesting thing which is required for us, like a code generation. Whatever the code that is there in Java need to be converted in form of Python or some other language that it can do. And chatbots and conversational AI, which you already know, like GPTs are available to us. With the help of GPT, we can make a different set of conversation with the system or any person. Like these are the different set of applications which are available to us. And if you take these applications into implementation part, then areas will come. Excuse me. Technical engineers will work on healthcare, customer service, marketing, legal, banking. There are the different set of services we have, or areas where these applications are being worked on. If you consider any taking any project, then first of all you have to think of what is the area in which you are working on, and what is the kind of application you are working in. First thing, we have to decide about the area, then we have to decide about the application. Then based on the application, we have to think of the model on which we can work on. And what are these are the different set of challenges we have. Like of course, as I already said, it is costly affair and time consuming. This is the only two different set of reasons it is not being implemented on all different set of languages. Very costly affair and time consuming. Like to develop that model, we need big amount of corpus which is required. For that only the things are making that much delay. And it is difficult to take the copyright, as it is applicable on big large data set. We cannot even imagine that data set, that much large it is, that much large is required. So while acquiring that much large data set, it is not possible to take the copyright of each and every data which is available in the open net. That's why if I want to do some task, what it immediately asks any application, please upload some documents such that I will download what the document that you require. What it will do with my document? Still, it will be used as a corpus. So in that way, the consent, taking consent is very difficult. I may uploaded it for some other purpose, but the system, if at all, if it acquired all the data for its use, then there is a chance of getting this copyright problem. And to train the large models, we require different set of procedures which are also required, and the security risk is available. Security in the sense like as it is going with all different set of applications, I mean data which is available in the net, there is a chance that security is a thing that we need to think of. And wrong interpretation of human emotions, this is really pathetic thing. I'll just tell you a small example. Like as it is auto completion of thing is available, please do consider is the word that it can be occupied in general, as everyone used to write. Otherwise, please, I attached so and so documents, so please do needful. Like needful is the word that it can be attached. If I say with my kid, like if you don't eat this food, what is the next statement that I can say? I may say like, as it is my son, or otherwise they are my children, I may say, I won't give you this. That particular sentence can be completed like, if you won't eat food, I will beat you with a rod. Like the wrong interpretation, there is a possibility of having wrong interpretation. The sentence can be filled with in a pleasing manner, and also in a harsh manner. I cannot use such kind of words to represent my son, like otherwise my children. So, but here the system doesn't know whether it is a son or the outside person. It will just simply give whatever the interpretation which is there in its head. That's what it is. I said, like, it is self-learning. Then you will say it is wrong, and again it will feed forward. It will make it feed forward, and it will go to the next interpretation. So there is a chance of having wrong interpretations to human emotions also. So these are the different challenges that we need to remember while working with the large language models. And coming to the last part of this today's session, sir, can I close it, or shall I continue for 2-3 minutes?
Yes, madam, we can continue for 2 minutes.
Thank you. Yeah, these are the different set of AI applications. If you click generative AI applications in the Google, you'll get this image. Even I copied from there. These are the different areas where we can see our applications. We should not be in a position to work on that application. Of course, we have to understand the things, but still, apart from understanding, we should be in a position to create that application. So these are the applications where we can work on. And I just brought some applications for you with even with the URLs. Like even I worked on all these different set of applications. You can try, even you can also try at your end. Like many applications are available, but some of the applications won't work. Like these are the wonderful applications with me. Like you can work on, as I said, like X-ray can be transformed into CT scan. Target group of advertisements, like for example, I want to give, I want to develop different set of advertisements for my university. If I give my university site to this particular creatopi.com, then it will understand what is the content which is there. Based on that, it will create advertisements on behalf of me. Not only that, it's not like related to education. You can give whatever the sites which are available. But the point is, for giving that site, you should be in a you should have copyright. Like you cannot give others site to this particular. You should be in a kind of owner before giving that site to this particular URL, such that it will give, it will understand that site, and it will give advertisements. Need not to bother about the advertisements. Image generation, as I said, based on the similarities. If I give my image based on the features what are there with me, it can create some other images which are just similar to me, but it is, they are not, though they are not to exactly as of me, but it can create similar images. This is one kind of threat also. Based on that, only the fake images which are being created in the internet. Next, text to image translation, producing images from the text. Whatever the text, as I said, like a cat with the cap. Based on the cat with the cap, that this particular websites, whatever the URLs that I listed here, it will create images. You can play with them. You can see different set of things. If you give simple narration, like I want to eat ice cream, like it will tempt us to eat ice cream. That kind of images it will create. So they're really wonderful things that you can definitely work on. Music generator, if the music lovers are available, you can give whatever the songs which are available. Based on the lyrics, it will sing in different motions. Like it will make a hard speed beat, it will make a slow beat. Likewise, different set of beats it will give. Based on that, you can pick whatever the thing which is available to you. Of course, all these are not free enough. Up to some extent, only the things are available to us. If you want to go in depth, again, you need to pay for them. And code generators, again, remaining all these things, we require Google login only. But whereas this require GitHub login, if you give GitHub login, this particular website is being associated with the GitHub, and as it converts, like if I want to convert my Java program into Python, that it can do it. Likewise, app creator is also available. Of course, it is not the complete app, but at least you will get a knowledge, like basic information can be created with the help of this app. And script to video generator, this is also again a very nice thing. Like I want to I have a theme in my mind. Just by typing that theme into this particular website, it will create complete video, such that I can use that video with the help of, even it will create music for that, it will create titles for that, everything can be given. That video I can post somewhere. Like recipes also can be created. Something like nothing is there in my kitchen, just I have potatoes. If I give potatoes, what I can do with these potatoes? So different set of recipes will come along with images. And finally, the PPT generator. Maybe some of you already used it, like whatever the PPT that you want, you can generate it just by simply saying different set of words to it. Like these are the different set of applications. Really, you can work on all these things. As I already worked with this, of course, you might know different other applications also, but these are really wonderful that we can play with them. By this, I'm just concluding whatever the thing that I want to tell to you, like what is generative AI and what we can do, and what is exactly there in present world, and what can be the future plan of action. That's all from my end. I'm just closing my session. Thank you again. Thank you one and all for patient listening.
Thank you so much, madam.
Yes.
Prasad garu.
Sir, is there any questions from participants?
Yeah.
Is there any queries? Okay, thank you very much, madam. On behalf of Shri Vishnu Engineering College for Women and Department of CSE, we thank you for accepting our request and delivering an excellent informative session on the transition from ML to GIM. It is very much useful for the researchers where it have different ideas to take up their research. So, for all the people, thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you once again. Sir, shall I leave, sir?
Thank you, ma'am.